Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Welcome to Pink Capricorn Tarot. It's your girl Angiana. Welcome to my TikTok tarot YouTube astrology corner of the internet. Okay, I got the moods on in the back, so it's a stream, live streaming. But we're gonna go ahead and pull some cards and see what wants to come through today. I do kind of feel like the message might be a little bit more like girly pop. I'm feeling really girly pop right now. So yeah, let's just go ahead and see what wants to come through. Hope you're doing well. Hope things are going good on your side. Let's just get some astrology vibes to see kind of what might set the tone, set the pace. We do have, let's see. We do have Saturn that just went retrograde in Aries, and we are experiencing a full moon tomorrow. We also have Mercury direct in Cancer, Venus is in Virgo, Mars is in Gemini, Jupiter is in Leo, Saturn is retrograde Aries, Neptune is also retrograde in Aries. That happened earlier this month, so kind of like shaking off all of the energy from the Mercury retrograde plus Neptune retrograde. It's like maybe you're seeing things for what they truly are. You could be like getting rid of some, I don't want to say delusional thoughts, but you could just kind of be getting rid of like thoughts that are no longer helping you get where you need to be. Now, that can look like a number of different things. That can look like realizing that the path to where you want to go may look a little bit different. It may involve a little bit of a different route, okay? But I will say that Uranus and Gemini could definitely be shaking things up in your reality, but doing so in a way that's just like, I don't know, really constructive for your own growth. And I feel like that's what Jupiter and Leo is asking you to do, is think about, yes, main character energy, but like this expansion is not going to come, it's going to come at a cost. And like you have to figure out what needs to be sacrificed. What, and I'm not saying sacrifice, but I'm saying like what needs to be changed, transmuted, what needs to be adjusted. And then Pluto retrograde in Aquarius is also asking you some of those same questions. 1 second, let me grab some. And so, yeah, I mean, I think if you're hearing this message, if you're hearing my voice, welcome. I'm a journalist, award-winning journalist, but I also like to do astrology, tarot stuff. So this is kind of my fun outlet while the world is kind of going through what it's going through. So we'll talk about real stuff. We'll talk about spirituality. I hope you enjoy the content. Check out the substack. It's called the Angiana Show because I just published them all under the same substack, but I do have a Pink Capricorn Tarot subsection. So if you're interested in that, and then you can also go to Patreon for podcast stuff. But as we're building up the content hub, just stay locked in. All right, so this gives us an aspect, an astrological aspect. So we'll get the vibes and then we'll set the hourglass and get going. This minor aspect of sesquiquadrate occurs when two planets or other astrological points are 135 degrees from one another. Now, I'm not an astrologer. I'm just a girl. But I do want to learn about it. And so as I'm doing so, I think having decks like this to, give us some information is really helpful. So I don't know if we have any planets that are sesquiquadrate right now, but this tension, this aspect can bring up some minor tension and possibly bringing up feelings that you're tempted to sweep under the rug. So like I said, if there's something that needs to be transformed or transmuted, how are you getting there? What does that look like for you? And what are you willing to change, let go of, or sacrifice to achieve the end goal, okay? If things don't quite feel right in your relationship, but you can't quite put your finger on it, this is an aspect to look out for. So this may be something you want to pay attention to. Now, maybe that's X. Let me see. I'll give you a card to represent, what area of your life might be impacted by this. So if you're listening to this message and you feel like that may resonate with you, let's just go a couple layers deeper and see what area of a person's life might be having some tension if you're listening to this, or if that's the message for you. Okay, we have creation and we have family. So something could be happening here. Maybe there's tension trying to rally, gather the troops. Maybe there's something here about trying to have bonds in the family. Let me see, anything else? Any other minor tensions in the family? I'm hearing something about like again, sweep under the rug. Someone could always want to like, okay, there could be someone who's like, they always want to control the narrative. They always want to control the conversation. So like they always want to do things on their terms. And if you don't do things on their terms, then they're really upset with you. But then they're like, it comes out of nowhere. So it's kind of like, why are you bringing this up? Or like, why, again, sweep under the rug. It's like something that someone may just want to walk away from. The one that fell on the floor is creation and wholeness. So I'm not quite sure if there's a situation going on right now where someone is trying to create drama. And it's like, why are you trying to do this? Why are you doing this? Let me see one more. I mean, that Mercury in Cancer, just be mindful, okay? We have love and we have controllable. So yeah, like I said, somebody could be very controlling or just very like, I don't know, just very like, if you don't do things their way, then they're upset with you. And then if you don't do exactly, it's just, yeah, it's very conditional. It's very weird. Okay, let's keep going with the message, but that may or may not resonate. Just put yourself in the storyline where it fits. This may be your story, your friend's story, someone else you know story. You may meet someone and then they talk about something like this, because that's what I do with Pink Capricorn Tarot. Is like, people will come to you. Again, I'm a journalist, but people will come to you for all type of advice, or people will come to you and always like yap or like tell you their whole life story. And sometimes it's like, okay, great, love that, thank you. Other times it's like trauma dumping. So Pink Capricorn Tarot is also meant to be a space where it's like, look, someone may be trying to trauma dump on you, and you may be like, hey, look, you need to go get a tarot reading, or hey, you need to go check out some type of resources, because therapy ain't cheap, and it's way too crazy out here for us to not have mental health resources. So always take care of yourself. I'm not a mental health professional. I'm literally just a journalist. But throughout my journalism, I've learned how to really understand people's perspectives, and I try to bring that holistic approach to the tarot conversation. So take it as it resonates, and if it don't make sense, don't worry about it. Nonetheless, let's keep going with this. So there could be some type of tension here in this particular message. Again, this doesn't have to be your message, but it definitely could have something to do here where there could be a family situation or something that's being created or crafted where someone is trying to control everything. They're trying to, keep everything. I'm hearing triangulate. This could be a parent or a family member who could be trying to have like a scapegoat and a golden child or something like that. That could be the narcissistic dynamic where there's someone who's trying to be, they're trying to create drama because they're trying to have a scapegoat and a golden child. Y'all, unrelated, but yesterday I got some tacos from, I forgot the name of the place, but I just was driving home from an assignment and I was like, damn, I need something to eat. And I got these quesadilla tacos. Oh my fucking God, they were so good. And this girl, I was like, she was so hot. And I was like, I know she was sweating in this food truck. But then I got some horchata, and I put a little bit of the horchata in my coffee today. So that's what I'm drinking today. A little coffee, little Highlander grog with a little oat milk and some horchata. But let's go ahead and keep going with this message, because like I said, let's see what's kind of going on. What might the collective be struggling with? Where might some of this tension be coming from? Let's just lighten the mood a little bit. We have toilet paper hoarder. Something about the pandemic. Retail therapy group. Something about the pandemic, or something about being able to, but again, you know what I'm getting? This is the type of person where it doesn't matter what you do, they're always going to find a way to say something about whatever's going on. Like, I don't know why I'm getting someone who could be arguing about you're using too much toilet paper and you don't pay the bills. Something. It's always something. Autocorrect victim. Look, delivery app devotee. It's like someone just wants to say something all the time. Look, drama queens. Yeah, somebody just wants to say something all the time. That's their only prerogative, it feels like sometimes. And I don't know where that's coming from. Let me see. Anything else? I'm not the collective be struggling with here. Meme Lord. Again, it's this battle between like who's right or wrong. This battle between who comes out on top. Something about the phone, about texting or being on the phone. But I'm definitely seeing somebody who's just trying to keep their cool, or someone who's just trying to, not necessarily Netflix and chill, but someone who's trying to chill or mind their business, and then whatever's happening, there's like, all, yeah, I don't know where this is coming from. This is like, it's always an argument. It's always some type of drama. It's always some type of beef. How might the collective kind of broach the situation? How might the collective broach the situation? We have awakened. So this could be someone's sign to start taking their taking your mental health, taking your creative health seriously, taking some time out to really just like relax your mind and not think about anything, not do anything. Awakened really makes me feel like, again, there's someone here who they've done a lot of healing and they've done a lot of work to be able to sit in the place that they are today. But what's coming through is also kind of like, this still can feel like you're dealing with a family member, or you're dealing with a situation where it's just like it gets to a point. It gets to a point. Anything else for context? You have explorers. This might be someone's sign to just go out and do something else. Go out and find something else to do. It's this divine timing. So, yeah, just for context sake, there definitely could be some type of situation where someone needs to do something differently. Someone needs to take a walk on the wild side, or take a risk, or just do something for themselves, really, honestly. And if that's not the case, if that's not the situation where you feel like you need to, this also could just be like someone just needs to get some fresh air. But let me see. Let me get some more cards. So what's in the stars for the collective? Like, what might be happening or popping off or taking place or changing? Where are we headed with this energy? Uh-oh. Saturn and Mars. We got a runner. Saturn talks about limitations. It talks about getting to the root of the matter, finding out what needs to be cut back. Again, somebody like, you use too much toilet paper. Like, I just don't know where this is coming from. But we have Mars, assertiveness, runners racing across a field, making the earth shake under your feet, connecting with the part of yourself that's self-sufficient, practical, and experienced, getting fired up, finding your motivation to make progress assertively. It's time to take action. So yeah, I definitely feel like this is somebody's sign or their wake-up call where it's like they got to do something. Something has to change. Something has to give. Something has to shift. Something could be involving money, saving up money. Okay, let me just get an angel number to bless the message, because I feel like it's kind of getting to that point where it may or may not resonate for you completely, but let me just get an angel number. Yeah, be steadfast. So there's something here where it's like someone just needs to lock in on their mindset. Lock in on their mindset. I heard someone on the internet was like, lock in, it's low vibrational, tune in, it's high vibrational. I was like, oh Lord. But we do have angels are overseeing situations, so just be very mindful right now that you may feel alone, or things may be difficult right now, but you're not alone. You are not alone. This also could be a moment where someone's like in survival mode and they're learning how to get out of survival mode, or they're learning how to get out of this mindset again where it's like things are just always attention or always a problem. But this says ask for help. You may have been feeling lost as to which direction to go in talk too fast. You may have been feeling lost as to which direction to go in life lately. Your angels acknowledge this and ask you to put your faith in them. Write down the decisions you've been putting off. And ask your angels for divine guidance about how to proceed. It says draw another card while asking for insight to your next steps. And this says to unchain yourself. So prune the roots, get to the bottom of things, and release yourself from a toxic tie that could have something to do with your family. So whoever is hearing this. All right, wouldn't be Pink Capricorn Tarot if we didn't get the tarot now, would it? So, but let's get a self-love prompt first. How can you continue to show yourself love at this time? How can you show up for yourself, knowing what we know? It says something that always makes me smile is blank. So maybe you need to just try to, again, find some outlets where the things that you are doing in your day-to-day are creating more positivity that help you kind of balance this like negativity that might just be there. I mean, again, it feels like this tension is going to be here. You know what I'm saying? You can't get rid of the tension, but if there's something you can get to the root of, if there's something you can get away from or something you can address for yourself, then go for it. This says what makes you a good friend. Maybe you need to go see a friend, or maybe there's a friend that needs to go see you. Maybe there's a person that you feel like, look, y'all are you're holding each other back or something. I don't know, but put yourself in the energy where it fits. Actually, wait, I don't want to use this one yet. It's a little too novelty. A little too novelty for right now. All right, let's see. Ooh. 1, 2, 3. 3 cards came out, and the 3 have cups. All 3 of them have cups involved. We have a 4 of cups situation, a 7 of cups, and an 8 of cups. This is a type of energy where this could be, again, like love bombing, or you could just be very mindful right now of how people are showing up in your life, because it even feels like there could be people who are like, they only want to come around when they want something. Or maybe you're feeling that way because it's like the offers are always coming out of nowhere, or that the things that are happening are always kind of like fabricated. Or again, 7 of cups, I don't know who this is for or what this might mean for someone, but this just feels like someone who's like, you just be pulling this out of nowhere. Like this just comes from nowhere with you. 8 of cups, you need to take a walk. Queen of swords. But something that could make you a good friend is you always know how to direct people. People could go through crises, and you could also be very good at doing, like helping people. Like I said, Empress is here. Empress, 6 of swords, I'm telling you. Or people always come, like I said, people always come to you because they know that they're going to walk away with something. I'm leaving here with something, and it's a gem that they never would have thought they would have got. So I don't know if you could be that type of person. Again, if you're that friend, if I'm speaking to the collective of I call my collective roses, my roses. Like you're the collective where you've been through so much that people just know that they can trust you. But whatever advice you give or whatever you say to people, they definitely know that it's like, if it's coming from you, it means something. If you're saying something, it means something. So if people are seeking out your opportunities or seeking out your advice, it's because they need it. Okay, Ace of Pentacles here, Queen of Swords. Whatever you say definitely gives people hope. Speaking of hope, let's close this message out on a positive note, on a light note. Just as we honor the sun, we need to honor the moon and the stars and the trees and the bees and the birds. Oh, okay. And as a Capricorn, I love to introduce things about nature, things about just finding your whimsy, okay? And so I just like to get my Moonflower deck. This is one of my favorites. Just to give you a little bit more whimsy, something that can be a little bit more fun for yourself, something that can, I don't know, give you something to do, especially this summer. It's one of my favorite decks to use in the summer because it always gives you something fun to do that you can do with friends or do with a loved one or do with, someone you feel safe with. But it's about the moon, and it's about what blooms under the power of the moon. This says sleep with your window open. So you could maybe need to get some fresh air. I know it's a little muggy, so I'm not sure if this is the safest. Take whatever health precautions you need. But there may be something where you need to go and just breathe the night air. I don't know if you are experiencing something right now where whatever is happening, it is requiring the utmost patience of you. And I think that's really honorable. But it also makes me feel like there could be a situation where you being outside or you breathing, like you know what I'm saying? Like you having this space for yourself is going to be really important. And I think, like I said, I don't know if this is you being with a friend or being by yourself, but let me see. Anything else you want to come through? I think I'm going to use the other deck now. Just to clarify, awakened. Okay, first of all, somebody could be ripped. So Mars, you be working out, be an athlete. But 10 of Wands and awakened, again, I don't know if this is you realizing your burdens. Look, there's the moon and there's the 10 of Cups. I told you, 7 of Swords and the star. There's something here where it's like something has been realized. Something has been made very clear to someone. And I don't know if this is family related. I'm about to sneeze. Excuse me. Thank you. But something here where I feel like you have to be willing to accept what something is at face of value, I feel like. Because this feels like this also has to do with gaslighting. So what did I say? Mars is in Gemini and Saturn is retrograde in Aries right now. So Mars in Gemini is asking you to listen to multiple perspectives. I can agree with steadfast your mind, be more steadfast. But then that Saturn retrograde in Aries is asking you to reconsider. Again, it's like reconsider where you might be or what you might want to do. 2 of Wands. It's like getting a new picture, getting a new image, thinking about all the work you've already put in, thinking about the things you've already done. I want to clarify again that 10 of Wands, Page of Wands, and the 3 of Wands. So this is actually a good energy to close on because this feels like, let's say, for example, you had a goal, you had a dream, you had something that you wanted to do, and maybe you felt like you had to be limited or you had to have limitations. Now you've expanded and grown beyond that. The question, what makes you a good friend, could mean like you're the type of person where you encourage everybody else. So you need to learn how to encourage yourself, but there's something at the root of an issue that you need to get rid of. Cut it, snip it, let it go. And it could involve just leaving an environment, leaving a family, leaving a person, place, or a thing. But this is like, again, you could have collected, because the 10 of Wands feels like you collecting, you've, again, learned the lessons or collected the, special objects, like you're playing a video game or something like that. So 3 and 2 of Wands, compared to all the cups we had here, these are all Wands. Quarter, quarter, quarter. That's all Wands versus all cups. All energy. This is very energetic. But this is like recognizing and accepting something for what it is and letting it go, knowing that you can't change it, but you can kindly take your things and move. You can take your things and go somewhere else. It just actually might require a move, or it might actually require something different happening here. Okay, clarify this 2 of Wands, and then that'll be the last. I hope you enjoyed this message. Clarify the 2 of Wands, please. Anything else? Oh, well, there's a Queen of Swords again. There's a Queen of Swords again. So, yeah, I'm not quite sure if there's a person or there's a person, place, or thing in your life, or there's something that you need to be mindful of, or there's something that happened. But it's going to be like, so, whoa. Ooh, I don't like that. 7 of Wands, Wheel of Fortune. And what else came out? The Ace of Wands. Yeah, like I said, it's all Wands. I don't know if you're about to have people who are literally going to try to eat out of the palm of your hand. Like, it's finally your time to come up. It's finally your time to receive. And whatever you're receiving is putting you in the position of the Empress. It's putting you in the position. This is the Ace of Wands, mind you. This is the Ace of Pentacles. This is the Ace of Wands. So you see how they got the bracelets and the gold. It's something like that. But then what's underneath that? You have the the Ten of Pentacles right here, the King and Queen of Pentacles, and the Nine of Pentacles with the Emperor. It's like, I don't know if you're independent, you're single, you have it all for yourself. Maybe you don't have kids. I picked up that a lot for my collective, where it's like we probably all don't have kids, or we're probably all like aunties and stuff, aunties and uncles. You know, you're late 80s to 90s baby, early 2000s. You know, you're a millennial. You know what's going on. You probably are more socialist or something like that. You know, but I'm just definitely getting like, you understand how to heal generational curses because you've done it yourself. But as you're getting out of that mindset, you're like, wait a minute, I don't have to continue to live in this energy. But I really don't know what this is, where all of a sudden it's like you have to protect yourself from your family, or you have to protect yourself from individuals that could be in your family, because it does kind of feel like you can have motherfuckers that are trying to eat off your nachos, eat off your plate. And it's like, once you finally get moving, you can't get no further because they trying to eat off your whole plate before you even get a piece of it. Ugh. But wherever you are, whatever's going on in your reality, just trust and believe that it's going to be abundant, because the Ten of Pentacles don't come out for no reason. Neither does the Nine of Pentacles. So if you're not already feeling King and Queen of Pentacles about yourself, then this message may or not be for you. But this could just be a sign, synchronicity, something for you to be very aware of, where you may need to just like start thinking about your future and not everyone else's past, or what everyone else did for you or has done for you. And if you're surrounded by people too that all they do is talk about what they've done for you, and how much they've again, like I mentioned, things require sacrifice. They do. You do need to put you do have to craft a little bit. You do need to use the resources in order to create things, right? But that's why transmuters are so powerful. It's like empaths are so powerful, because your natural frequency is healing. And when people can't have that anymore, they start acting a certain kind of way. Again, I'm getting scapegoat and golden child, some type of frequency where you may end up being the one person in your family that, I don't really even want to say black sheep, because it's like you're the golden sheep. Like, you are the person who's done the work, broken the generational curses. So why are you still trying to take care of everybody else? You need to take care of yourself and your family. And if you have like your kids or your family, your small family, that's what I mean. Like, you're focused on those people because you've done the work from the people who have caused you pain and harm in the past. All right. So thank you for listening, watching, and supporting. I hope to see you in the next video. Be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Yeah. And I'll catch y'all in the next one. Mwah.